Hello and welcome to this Warcraft replay. This is the final game of WCA's Group D matches here on Ancient Isles. We have WarchiefRich, the red Night Elf player on the bottom right, spawning and maybe weeping since he did lose game 1, spoiler alert, but since this is game 2 I don't think it really is a spoiler. In the top left we have WFZ, the blue undead player. Thankfully both of these players, same color, same race. Less work for me to do. So yeah, pretty happy about that. Although these replays aren't that short. If you don't know, like, my schedule's being screwed up a little bit because I have like tests this week, but since I finished the test today, I felt like, yeah, casting a replay. So here it is. I have another test in like 3 days, so gotta prepare for that. But since, you know, I'm pretty much done with group matches except for the tiebreakers, I don't think it matters too much that I'm spending time doing this. Anyway, back to this game. WFZ going for that Death Knight first into a Tomb of Relics as well, so looks to be a pretty similar start from game 1, and honestly I've been saying that a lot of times because that does seem to be the case. Like, if it doesn't work, don't change it. I really screwed that up. If it's not broke, don't fix. All that stuff, all that garbage. WarchiefRich is going for the Demon Hunter first again. I don't know. I mean, Demon Hunter, as I say many times, is a very solid pick, no matter what kind of scenario it happens to be. But, you know, game 1 didn't really work out well for him, and I guess it was mainly because the Demon Hunter just wasn't as potent as he should be. I think that's mainly blaming the fact that he put a point in Immolation, so it kind of put his potential down a bit, I think. But yeah, it is a really weird predicament since Immolation is required, or at least it really helped early on because it kind of deterred those ghouls away. Not really much to see in WFZ's place since all the action's happening at WarchiefRich's, but I'm imagining all those ghouls moving out and hopefully trying to regroup with the Death Knight. Alright, skeleton donated by WFZ will enable the Demon Hunter to get himself to that level 2, and yeah, is it gonna go for Immolation again? I don't know, but it doesn't seem like it's needed for this particular game since the ghouls actually went to do some early farming instead of early aggression, and I guess that's mainly because this map is, I guess you can describe it, fairly large, so maybe early aggression like straight away wasn't ideal. But honestly at this point I think it's like one creep cap done, I think it's ideal to start harassing since all you need is one more kill for that level 2. We do have a very good surround coming in for WFZ, but we are gonna have that Immolation trying to deal as much damage as possible. It doesn't seem like the surround is going to falter as, yeah, the Demon Hunter goes for that TP scroll. Yikes, he used all 4 of those Moonwells, and that's, thankfully it is the start of the night, so they will have that long duration to actually charge up, but yeah, already spent the TP scroll for it. That is unfortunate. I think Boots of Speed or TP Staff will be picked up here. Definitely, you know, if you had a lot of gold you would pick both, but Boots of Speed I think is sufficient unless, you know, Nagasewich pops out again and continuously shoots those frost arrows. That is going to be a little bit tough for WCR. Boots of Speed is also being picked up by the Death Knight as well. So of course there's also the possibility of Death Knight doing some unit pathing as well. Graveyard is nearly completed, as well as tier 2. Honestly, that's just to allow him to place that slaughterhouse once he gets that graveyard going. And of course start Crypt Fiends, but we didn't see many Crypt Fiends last game. Okay, heroes are going to be, I guess, an interesting factor here. Are we going to see the WC Witch second, or are we going to see the Lich second? Death Knight does seem to have some kind of agenda. Let's see what he's going to go for. WFZ, well, spotted WarchiefRich's second hero. It is going to be the Panda once again. Honestly, the Panda, he did so much damage despite not being level 3. That's just because he was dealing with the ghouls and keeps like tossing out Breath of Fires. That's the reason why you started seeing, you know, so much of an impact. Here we go, the WC Witch. Will we see that frost arrows coming out? No, it doesn't look like it, since the first arrow was shot before any ability was even trained. Either way, oh, there we go with the frost arrows. Yeah, I don't know how that one hit, but Warcraft 3 is just weird like that, I guess. Ancient of War, looking to maybe start a creeping here, but well, WFZ is here to greet him as well. Might have this Ancient of War being destroyed if WFZ actually chooses to destroy it. He's actually scared right now, and donates a little bit of skeletons to WarchiefRich's cause. Here we go, a couple of immolation ticks right here, but it's not significant, I don't think. I mean, it's just level 1 immolation, so it doesn't really deal a huge amount of damage. Are we trying to angle for a good Breath of Fire? Maybe not. Yeah, Death Knight's still level 1. That is a bit of a problem. I did say, like, early creep camp and then start harassing is ideal because all you need is 1 kill, but yeah, that just shows WFZ actually hasn't picked up a kill since, well, since when I mentioned that. That is a bit problematic. Dryads are out for WarchiefRich. We have an Ancient Wonders completed as well. Tree of Eternity is like 70% done, so those bears hopefully will come out fairly soon. And yeah, I'm not sure about the timings here. Is it faster? I think WarchiefRich got his tier 3 faster than last game, in fact. Yeah, which might mean he will be able to get the right amount of bears and dryads to counteract both those ghouls and those destroyers. Yep. So far, a lot of cat and mouse here for both players. WFZ still no kill, still level 1 on both of his heroes. Lich is on the way. We also have Destroyer Form on the way as well. You know, like very, very similar to last game. Yeah, WFZ's not actually thinking of getting that 1 kill. There we go, finally. Able to pick up the Overseer, and as well as the item, the Replenishment Potion has been picked up. Finally, level 2 on the Death Knight, and of course first experience for the WC Witch as well. Alright, what do I do here? We are already max for WarchiefRich, 50 over 50. WFZ is a little ways away, but pretty much at that point as well. We do have Master's Training available for the Druids. We don't have any statues yet. I don't think WFZ has the... Well, he doesn't have necessary food supply for both of those destroyers, but he is able to bring 1 out. And a lot of damage being dealt on both the bears and the Demon Hunter himself. There we go, staff preservation, able to save that one and only bear, but it seems another has been ditched. Oh, he's actually managed to slip through. Huh. Very curious unit collision there, but nevertheless he gets chased down anyway. Wellsprings is on the way, but at this point I think you just need to defend. Ancient of Wonders gets destroyed. That's a bit of a problem since no health potions can be picked up. And yeah, the Demon is actually taking quite a bit of damage himself. Please be careful. He does not have the staff preservation for himself. I mean, like I say this time and time again, I do like having staff preservation on at least 2 of your heroes, so like you can preserve the preserver and vice versa and all that. Like, I would say the main reason why the Demon Hunter died first last game was because the Panda didn't have one. Like, wouldn't it have been so great if the Panda just saved the Demon Hunter with his preservation staff? But nah, not really. Panda wasn't able to get that preservation staff. That would be like a really good Breath of Fire, but sadly it is still level 1 Breath of Fire, so it doesn't deal that much. Alright, we do have one destroyer out in the air still. It is dealing with the bears kind of, but the bears are still mauling all these spiders and ghouls. We do actually have the Panda being taken out. I don't know what happened there, but that's exactly what happened. We do have one of those destroyed. Actually, we have both destroyers and statues destroyed, but WarchiefRich is in risk of actually losing his one and only hero. Thankfully he has yet to. I don't know why he brought him back. Honestly, that was a huge mistake. I have no idea what happened. I thought he was in the clear, but apparently he did not want to be in the clear. Also, shades are out as well, so assume that Frostworms will come into play fairly soon, and when it reaches that point, I'm pretty sure it's GG. I mean, hopefully you saw like how quickly those Frostworms make quick work out of those bears. Alright, Demon Hunter, who was quickly revived through the tavern, is trying to make amends for his early death, but has yet to do so. He is kind of lingering around here. It's really dangerous. Thankfully the Death Knight is out of mana, so not able to toss that, you know, very, very deadly death coil. Oh, imagine if he had the mana though. That would be pretty bad. I would imagine an instant GG at that point, because yeah, the Demon Hunter should not have been lost in the first place. I don't know what happened there. Maybe it was a misclick, but even though it was a misclick, I'm pretty sure WarchiefRich should have you know, changed his course of action in time. Maybe, who knows. Anyway, Dryad count is not particularly good. Oh, but we're having 2 come out on cue, so that's good enough for me. 4 bears, 4 dryads, that is obviously the epitome of balance, but is it the right amount of balance? Who knows? Because it's only going to be like 1 destroyer. But I'm pretty sure WarchiefRich should assume that there will be Frostworms out. We already have 1 Frostworm out, and well, Frostworms always look scary. Let's see how quickly it melts these gnolls here. Oh, it melts fairly well. Of course, they do take like years to attack, but oh well. Alright, very close to level 4, the Demon Hunter. We have level 3 Panda as well, who does have Devotion Ore, so +1 armor for every single unit nearby. We also have Mana Stone, so that's kind of a half Greater Mana Potion and half Sobi Mask. So yeah, a very good item for the Panda in particular, a person who uses so much mana that the mana regen and of course the mana refill is very, very welcoming. We have a Sobi mask being picked up from this top right red Drake camp, so it's actually a pretty good item on the Death Knight if you can't imagine. Like, the fact that mana regeneration is so important on Death Knight is mainly due to the it's mainly due to how much death coils he actually uses. We did have a stray Breath of Fire out for WarchiefRich. I'm imagining that's to maybe hit, hopefully, one of those shades that follows him around, but he was kind of a couple of steps ahead of him, so yeah, wasn't able to let that happen. And of course the sentry is not actually WarchiefRich's, it is WFZ's. Oh wow, 2 frost worms. That is a lot of food supply. That's like 14 in itself. 65 versus 49. That is kind of a problem. WFZ, I mean, if he chooses to fight now, he will definitely win. I think WarchiefRich should have gone over upkeep like a long time ago. We do have Ancient of Winds, or an Ancient of Wind, so maybe counteract those Frostworm / Destroyers. We already have like 2 bears being taken out from WarchiefRich. That is kinda bad. I believe that's +2 attack for these bears and dryads, and of course the hippogriffs as well. Yeah, the only problem hippogriffs have is that they're melee, and they kind of take a while to wind up as well. It's gonna be rather difficult to maybe deal with the destroyers, maybe not the frostworms since they're much slower. Let's see how well this will turn out to be. We don't have the frost upgrade from the boneyard, so the Ancient of Wind won't be able to be halted by the frostworms. Nevertheless, they still deal quite a bit of damage. Autocast webs being used on these hippogriffs as well. That is not looking good for WarchiefRich, since he only has 2 hippogriffs and yeah, more than 2 Crypt Fiends out, so those hippogriffs aren't going to touch the frostworms anytime soon. Either way, Nova Coil / Lightning on the Demon Hunter, and he was forced to use that health potion. We only have 2 bears left. We actually only have 1 bear left. That is a bit of a problem. These frostworms and destroyers are making like absolutely quick work out of these heavy armored units here, and maybe heroes as well. So all we have left is dryads, and even if they like take out these frostworms and destroyers, they have to deal with not only the heroes but of course these Crypt Fiends as well. Invulnerability potion has been used for the Demon Hunter. Yeah, it's not going to help either way. He's gonna live, maybe. He's gonna lose, probably. Alright, this is really difficult for WarchiefRich. There we go with the Drunken Fire combo, but it's just not enough. The Panda and the Demon Hunter will soon fall, and that is going to be game for WFZ. Not before taking out both those frostworms, at least. Bit of a consolation prize, I might say. Demon Hunter is going to get taken out by the Death Knight. And that will be GG from WarchiefRich. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this final game. It was rather lengthy, but either way, pretty much just like, it was literally game 1, except we have more Crypt Fiends in game 2 than game 1. They were both the same, honestly. At least it was action packed throughout the series. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. I will start the tiebreakers hopefully at the end of the week, around there, weekends maybe. Yeah, after my tests are done. Alright, I'll see you guys then. Take care.